Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Plain Decoded. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and watching my videos. If you want to get into my Discord, it's patreon.com/plaindecoded. I'll send you the link, and I'm in there daily decoding sports with gematria and astrology. I'm going to be covering the season opener of the NFL, the Detroit Lions at the Kansas City Chiefs. September 7th, 2023 at 7:20 local in Kansas City, 6:20 my time. So the Chiefs were minus 6.5 on the spread, now they're minus 4.5. On the money line, they are minus 225 and the Lions are plus 185. It's a Thursday ruled by Jupiter, and the hour it starts in is ruled by Mercury. The favorite gets the first house and the 10th house. The underdog gets the 7th and the 4th. So here's the front door of the first house. It's got Pisces in it, ruled by Jupiter, and here's the front door of the 10th. It's got Sagittarius in it, ruled by Jupiter. So the significators for the favorite is going to be Jupiter, and it's only one significator, and so we call that Lord 1. And then the underdog gets the 7th and the 10th, and the front door of the 7th goes into Virgo, ruled by Mercury, and the 4th goes into Gemini, ruled by Mercury as well. So the underdog gets Mercury as its significator, or Lord 7. So there's only two significators. And then also you want to take note of the part of fortune here. If it was in a different sign, then it would be important, but it's in the same sign as the sign ruled by Jupiter, so we can't be using the dispositor of the part of fortune for any reason, because it's going to be Lord 1. The part of fortune is still important though. If anything is aspecting it, it's something to consider, including the moon, including the lords, if they're opposing it or conjuncting it. And the antitia of the part of fortune right here is important as well. If it's being aspected by the lords or any of the outer planets or the moon, and the aspects have to be applying, so not separating, meaning that the planet is coming toward it and not moving away, and none of that is happening in this chart. And then on the angles here, it's important to note what's going on. See, we have Saturn up here, but it's too far away, and over here we have potentially a significant thing going on here with Mercury, because that's Lord 7 and it's near its own angle. One thing I want to also mention is that here's the sun and here's Mercury, and Mercury's just about 3 degrees away from the sun, and in regular astrology that would be considered combust, which would be a negative thing. But in this type of astrology where I'm looking at a sports game, it's got to be kept tighter parameters, so 2 degrees would be considered detrimental to Mercury. It's 3 degrees away, so it could still affect it. It's not a hard rule. So it could be that Lord 7 or the Lions are afflicted by the sun, burning it up. But Mercury is also in its own house, and it's near its own cusp. Okay, so testimonies. If there's even a 43-second delay until actual kickoff time, then at that point Lord 7 Mercury is close enough to its own cusp to start to be a testimony. At that point it's 3 degrees away. It's a little bit further, but 3 degrees is actually a range on the angles that can affect the outcome. The tighter the better. So if actual kickoff time is at 7:23 and 10 seconds p.m., then it's within 2 degrees, and at 7:33 minutes it's 2 degrees away, and at 7:35 and 28 it's further than 3 degrees away, and at that point it wouldn't be a testimony for the Lions. So if there's even a 43-second delay, essentially, that we start to have a testimony for the Lions, because Mercury will be on its own cusp, and that's basically the only testimony that we have. So what I'm thinking is, if the ball is kicked off right on time, right at broadcast time, the Chiefs should win. If there's even a 43-second delay, and the closer Mercury gets to the DSC, especially at 7:23 p.m., the Lions might win. So for that reason, I'm picking the Lions spread at 4.5, or alt spreading it back to 6.5, because why did they switch it off that? So I'm thinking that the Lions cover the spread and possibly win. And then here I have all the scoring aspects and times, and I have these eyes mean watch this time. Conjunctions are important and angles are important. Most scores happen on angles and conjunctions. And then the eyes I put because I was watching the Kansas City Royals game yesterday, and I have all the times that the scores happen in that game. And what tends to happen is that things repeat. And so I put all the little eyes of times that happen in the Royals game to show what's going on in Kansas when there's scores. I'm not going to predict any scores because I haven't had enough time to like look at what's going on in the NFL because it's the first game, right? So here's all the times. And then as far as gematria goes, I only saw one thing that stood out to me, and that's the Detroit Lions have a 5-9 record against the Chiefs all time, and Lions equals 69. And I saw that there was that 35 thing in Goff's record on Thursdays, and Thursday equals 35, but that doesn't seem significant to me. So I think, yeah, the Lions cover the spread here. And at minimum, just put the scores and aspects in your notes and just watch it because it's fun to see these come through. And especially on the angles with the eyes and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and thanks for liking my videos. Once again, to get in my Discord, it's patreon.com/plaindecoded. Let's go Lions, let's cover the spread, and we'll talk to you later.